What if peace is just the moment you stop chasing improvement? Is a question I got asked by one of my viewers. So I thought it would be an interesting question to bring onto the channel and just go through with you guys myself. So they were saying that we've been talking a lot lately about growth, self-improvement, pushing, but what if that whole journey of always getting better is the actual thing stopping us from feeling our best? What if peace was already there? They said, like, as if we'd never had to look for it. We just had to stop looking. As I was saying, so what we are saying, right, in terms of peace, it's not about if you're chasing it or if it was always there in the first place, because, you know, we can always talk about that kind of fantasy side of it, of, oh, it's always just inside you, just look deep. Makes me wonder why everyone does say that you've got to just stop chasing. Is it a case that people are feeling a lot of disappointment when they're chasing their goals and they're not achieving? Maybe that's a case that they're not in love with their process. They're actually more in love with the idea of the outcome, which is something I've heard a lot of people talk about, where they're actually wanting the outcome rather than the opportunity to grind for it. I actually really revel in the fact of being on the journey itself. As I see being allowed to be on the journey, I see it fucking sucks. But at the same time, I wouldn't want to be anywhere else, because this is exactly where I want to be. And when I make it, when it finally does happen, I'm gonna be wishing that this moment was like 10 times worse than it is. Because then when I look back, I'm like, bruh, look what I overcome. It fucking, can you even imagine? This motherfucker's pissing me off, like, jeez, bruh, what you gotta do to fucking smoke a bowl, like? Fucking hell. Well, I suppose there's, if I wasn't chasing improvement, you know, in terms of the smoke of the bowl, then I probably wouldn't have lost my peace there. But at the same time, had I not already lost the peace when it was not smoking properly, so I may have lost it further when trying to deal with it, but after dealing with it, let's see. Doesn't want to play a ball, like. What if peace is the moment you stop chasing improvement? If you desire the improvement in the first place and you don't achieve it, then how can you still be at peace? You're not at peace, you're in submission. But you see, what if peace was already there, but we've all been told it lives on the other side of hustle? If you're working hard just well, I suppose there are some people in the world that just literally want to make money for the sake of like fucking having extra dough there. And that's nice. Like, you know what? I'd love to have a little, just like, you know, just a touch of extra couple of pennies, but like to have what, like some of these people have literally got the extra pennies and then the extra pounds. Sounds like whoever's wrote this message is a dirty fucking commie, like, talking about stunting growth, self-improvement, moving forward, discipline. Aren't those just like strong virtues to have in life? Isn't that what we should all aim to have in life? Discipline, a desire to improve ourselves, to be the best that we can. Top and bottom of it is, I suppose if you haven't found your true calling, then maybe stopping the chase of peace, or the chase of improvement might be the best option, just to kind of preserve your peace. But you would never know. You would never know unless you went down the path to find out that, you know, it didn't provide you the drive, it wasn't the right call, and it wasn't actually what you wanted to do. So, as I say, hindsight's a lovely thing. It's to be honest, it's a bitch. Hindsight's a bitch, because you could always look back and say, you know, I didn't need to put so much work into that task or this business I wanted to do. You don't have to go ahead and, you know, work so hard on them, but you wouldn't have knew it until you did, and it died out, fizzled, and made you move on to something else. I always like to think of it like the loop that you do in sales. To get a customer to the end of the sale, it's sort of the same as people going through life. You've got this track, you've got the end point, the beginning and the end point, and you'll just come off and do your thing, but you'll always end up coming back onto the main path in the end, where it's always going to take it down that one. All of it's building up towards something, I like to believe anyway. So if you are traveling down a path, you might think, oh, this is the right one, but really, life's going to guide you right back to where you need to be. So we'll leave that one there, and I hope you got a decent little bit of an answer on that one in terms of what if peace is just the moment you stop chasing improvement. Definitely don't think you're right there, mate. I think, you know what, you could be at peace while chasing improvement. So sit with that one. Smoke the rest of your pipe if you've got one. And I'll see you in the next one.